Hey guys, it's Matt. This is another Dearly Beloved. We are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. To get through this thing called life. This is a return to basics variety show. I'm sorry, old guard. Stick with me for the first few segments to see if I can keep you awake and entertained. If not, you can go clear fields. I've never mentioned this, but again, this is a return to basics for the spitballers and for those in the middle rows. It says here, this caused chaos. Every bit of these sorts of presentations are put forth and planned out by Not Milk. Is there anybody here that actually believes go woke, go broke, and the public are reacting to what they're trying to slide through? Every bit of this controversy is planned by Not Milk. There's nothing organic going on here. There is no pushback by the people. The people were meant to push back. Look at the headline. Cracker Barrel quietly removes DEI pride pages from its website after logo upheaval, and the people push back. Oh, we tried to work it in. Oh, we tried to do this, and nobody would notice. It wants everyone to notice. Is there anybody here that doesn't see that? I'm sorry, old guard, if I'm offending or insulting your intelligence. There's a lot of different types here. Some people think, go woke, go broke. They're trying to insert this, and the people push back. Oh, we won this one. Oh, my God. Everybody, just like Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light, and everybody did exactly what the Not Milk wanted. I just had to reiterate that. Just one more segment on this so I can explain to the spitballers, the few paying attention, how this reality actually works. At the top, Cracker Barrel CEO Julie Fels Messina, who named you, reveals new woke logo after 47 years of successful business. She expressed people love their new rebrand. Quote, honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive. The people like what we're doing. But what do you all think? Here's how reality works, spitballers. See, she must be working for the secret societies, and if you took her aside and put her on a lie detector test, she'll say, yeah, we just did this. Matt, I see what you're saying. They're trying to get under everybody's skin. They're trying to get people all fired up, but she knows what's going on. She's in on the plot and the devious plan. No, she has no idea. That's how this reality works. You could put her on a lie detector test and say, you changed this logo trying to get tens of millions of people all pissed off and fired up, and you knew this pushback was coming. She'd go, you must be some sort of conspiracy person or something. I have no idea what you're talking about. We thought it was a time for a change. We didn't like the old white man in the logo. She would believe in every bit of what's being put forth, even though every single act in the play is Not Milk planned. You can't find the person who actually planned it. Not Milk is nothing to point at. It's a frequency. This person believes in what she's doing. She's not in on it. Do you realize that, spitballers? Matt, would you take her out? Why not? She doesn't know she's an agent of Not Milk. These people believe in what they're doing. These people are just these liberal lunatics believe they're trying to help the world. They don't know they're Not Milk puppets. She's not quite for me, but I haven't had a date in decades. I think I would take her out. She could be a good baker of cakes, or she could end up being a good homemaker. I care about the kids. And if that lunatic commenter is still with us, Matt, picking on the middle-aged women again, aren't you? Yeah, you caught me. I'm not an equal opportunity offender here. I don't pick on everybody, white, black, Hispanic. I don't pick on all the different cities, Philadelphia, New York, San Francisco, Dublin, Belfast. Oh, ew, Belfast. Could you imagine? There's actually people living in Belfast that are listening to this. Ew. No, I'm not an equal opportunity offender. You're right. It comes out from time to time. I'm out to get middle-aged women. Now, you guys know about the strategy to dumb down the United States population and to dumb down the West. But there's also a softening up process going on. One is down, one is up, a dumbing down and a softening up. Got to get everybody softer. That makes you, in the end, more reliant upon the Not Milk, its state, and its systems. Last night, during the very first NFL football game, Eagles versus Cowboys, there was over a 1 hour weather delay. Oh, man, it must have been really bad. Lightning and thunder and high winds. Or maybe there was a tornado in the area. No, there wasn't a drop. there wasn't it for over an hour. Just over an hour. It wasn't like 2 hours, but there wasn't a drop of rain. There wasn't a crack of lightning around the field. There wasn't a roll of thunder. On the doppelganger radar, they showed the doppelganger. There were these patches of cells moving across South Philly into Cherry Hill. They were on the doppelganger radar. They showed their little red patches. They're lightning in the area. Lightning in the area. So everybody, literally the whole stadium cleared out to go drink. Not a drop of rain, not a crack of lightning for the entire hour delay. I think what they're going to go to is if there is, say, thunder and lightning in Columbus, Ohio, you shut the Eagles game down because that's just the next state over. Talk about softening everybody up. This is really, really pathetic. Zooming in on the last picture, the magenta had to come and make an appearance next to the severe thunderstorm warning that was issued at Lincoln Financial Field. And guys, maybe there was a few drops or maybe in the distance some thunder. I went over to the U.S. Open, the women's tennis semifinals. Oh boy, here come the righteous truthers. You were watching the Eagles game? Oh, and then you went over to watch tennis? Oh my God, I wasted years here. Righteous truthers. What do you expect me to do every night? Honestly, you just, Zara, come sit on Daddy's lap. I'll just pet you for 4 hours. She bite me. I need some sort of escape. I shouldn't have to explain myself. Okay, fine. There are people that actually have gotten on me here, the Righteous Truther Award winners, because I mentioned I watch a lot of movies. What do you expect me to do every night? Okay, studying the dark reality during the day is taxing. I need a complete mental break. I was watching the Eagles game. Oh, you want unsub? Go ahead. The magenta appeared right when a bright boy alert, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued by the National Weather Service for our area. What's the area now? It extends out to Ohio. These storms may produce severe conditions, including lightning and strong winds. Lightning? Oh my God, has anybody in this stadium ever experienced that? For your safety, please exit the open seating area at this time and seek shelter along the concourses. Thank you for your cooperation. So when the stadium is completely cleared out, I thought they all went to drink. It was the herd following the not milk instructions. I think, and there's actually a truther here that will think it was done just so the concessions can, just so the concession stands could make more money and people had an extra hour to drink. They were very thankful for it, I'm sure. But money is not why the not milk does what it does. Shortly after my video at freevoice.io about the Eagles cheerleaders, then there's a few that are men. You know, Bill sent this right over, saying it's basically saying to me that it's not just going to end with the cheerleading. That just like Austin Powers said, that's a man, baby. It'll be, it'll keep going. Of course, the not milk never stops. It's the Terminator. So Bill implies it'll happen at Hooters. And not the men won't even be in shape. Not that, why would I even mention that? Like, why would I? If I'm at Hooters, would I care if a man came up and was in shape or not? Like, what's the difference at that point? If you see what I mean. But it will invade everything, according to Bill. And he has the devil between the legs of Bill, God. Anyway, as long as the fries and burgers good, I guess I'll come back. No, I won't. I won't. I'm not, Matt, you go to Hooters? I haven't for a long time. If there was one across the street, I'd go. I got no problem. No, it's been a while. But it wouldn't surprise me. Per the Eagles cheerleaders, they have 3 men. And it wouldn't surprise me, of course, because the not milk's the Terminator. It has to keep pushing, and it never ends. And now men will have to be at Hooters. You'll go at some point. Men or young men will go to a strip club, if they still exist or are still legal, for young men. And they'll be, I guess it'll be some sort of Title IX legal issue. A man will take the stage. As crazy as that sounds, you know this world is capable of anything like that. Thank you, Bill. I've got some more posters recently from Bill I'll show you, if not in this video, coming up soon. Sorry, guys, just 1 minute. I have to return to this. We can't have too much fun here. I promise to return to the basics, and I have to deliver on that promise. If we just start having fun and making fun of it. So let me return to this. I really did not reiterate what the basics are here. The not milk loves scary weather now. I don't understand why it didn't do this a long time ago. but it is a huge opportunity to demonstrate mass conformity to large groups and impose the will of the state. When the people sitting in row 11, seat 9 of the Philadelphia Eagles Lincoln Financial Field, when it instructs everybody to take shelter and everybody else gets up, it's very hard for you to stay put. It's mass conformity. It's an incredible opportunity to demonstrate, or to Pavlov's dog, if you will, a mass conformity situation where the state is giving a directive that must be 1984 followed. In this case, of course, the authority may be the NFL and people at Lincoln Financial Field, but the state, the Oceania of 1984, it's right there on the main board so everybody can see it. The National Weather Service. See, the NFL could even take the position of, oh, we don't want to do it. We don't want to stop the game. But see, the National Weather Service has called for a severe thunderstorm warning. We have to. This is the state. We have to bow down before it. And the fans accept it. Fans go, oh, okay. Oh, you don't want to stop the game. Oh, the National Weather Service has called for a severe thunderstorm warning. That means it might happen. He's on my alternate roster. I'll get it for you a little bit later. Oh, it's a warning. Oh, the National Weather Service. Oh, we don't need that much coaxing. We want to go drink some more anyway. Let me go over here and check on Dubuque and Duluth for a moment. Everything seems fine in the world. Nibiru, as far as I know, has not been spotted coming around the side of the moon. America's job market flashes another warning sign. U.S. economy added just 22,000 jobs in August as unemployment rises to an almost 4-year high. America's job market flashes another. It's been flashing warning signs since 1929. 99% of the jobs are redundant. They could all go away. What people are doing, somehow there's actually 40 or 50,000 others in other companies doing the same job you are, selling essentially the same product. Go to Amazon.com and look up cat fountain. There's like 87,000 versions of cat fountains. Who are the companies that decided to get into the cat fountain business? And when they went to Amazon and said, there's already 400 companies making this shit. Do you think we should get into it? Yeah, it's all, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you screaming at me. It's all coming from the same company, most likely. It's all coming from it's redundancy. So they created 22,000 jobs. There's not one way to track one metric, folks. There could have been a loss of 800,000 jobs. And of course, I know, Pootie Tang Award on you, Matt. Everybody here knows the numbers can be massaged, you son of a beach. Yeah, Pootie Tang Award on Matt. They can make up any number they want. Sorry about all that nonsense, guys. Let's get to the really important news, what you're all interested in knowing. Fashion giants and celebrities pay tribute to the maestro, Giorgio Armani. I'm going to miss him. I mean, you should see my closet. I had a special deal with him. What favor did you give him? Don't ask. The left side of my closet is all Armani. I don't know where I'm going to go shopping now. And I had to do this with the image, guys. I couldn't be any larger. This image of the maestro and Julia Roberts, this is spaghetti scrimmages. And when it's Armani and Roberts, they're real picky about who uses their dirty little images. Yeah, there's the lower half of the full-size image. You can just see a little tiny bit of Julia Roberts' teat. That's all I could show you. Sorry, spaghetti scrimmages. High-profile figures from the fashion world and beyond are paying tribute to the late Giorgio Armani, whose death at age 91 was announced Thursday. Announced Thursday? What does that mean, announced Thursday? He could have been dead since the 50s. Don't put this past not milk. It's truth, right? It was announced Thursday. When did he die? 1935? Maybe. Messages celebrating the designer's life and legacy also poured in from across politics, entertainment, pop culture, yeah, including from celebrity friends Julia Roberts, Leonardo da Vinci DiCaprio, and who have worn his creations on catwalks and red carpet. This is so right? A little bit more excitingly, if that's a word. Tributes were led by some of the biggest names, including Donatella Versace, whose late brother Gianni Versace. I thought that was Donatello. What's the difference? Oh, Versace. That white guy got him. They used to say when I was young, I look just like that guy. I'm not kidding you. was his name Cunahan or something like that? They said that was me. People said, Matt, you look like the guy that went after Versace. When I was young, I did. I had to grow a beard until the story passed over. I'm not even joking. I didn't grow the beard, but people were saying that about me. At the bottom, the world has lost a giant today, said Versace. Now the label's chief brand. What? Armani and Versace are different things. What does that mean now the label's chief brand? I'm so confused. Is anybody like me concerned where you're going to shop these days? There's more here, guys. I can't resist. I have to do at least one or two more. Tesla, the electric car company, proposes Elon Musk's pay package that could make him the world's first trillionaire. Well, wait a second. See, there's truth in everything. The Not Milk leaks little bits of truth in everything. Tesla proposes Elon Musk's pay package. Well, he's supposed to be the primary owner and shareholder. He doesn't even propose his own pay package. What was in Moonstruck of Camureri, Camumaji, and Castorini? It was Camumaji that had a little mom and pop store who sold the deli meats and shit. Couldn't they propose their own pay structure because they owned the little Camumaji store? He owns it, right? What does he have? What do you mean? That shows this is supposed to be a return to basics, so let's not forget that. He doesn't own anything. This is a truth drop. Tesla is a separate entity from Elon Musk. Matt, do I have to explain to you how primary shareholders work and there's still a board of directors and still a chairman of the board? Oh, no, I had no idea. It's still a truth drop. Yeah, he would be the primary shareholder but he's not. That's why Tesla, a separate entity from him, proposes. Well, who makes the decision? Isn't he making the decision? It's a truth drop. He's not the owner of Tesla. He probably has in these accounts. Will soon have $1 trillion. But do you think he can just go get it and use it for whatever he wants? Think he can just announce that I've done enough and I'm going to go enjoy myself? No, he's under the dragon's wing. This is a modern way of saying deal with the devil. I may have overstepped or say over-exaggerated when I said if he took a date or a new baby mama to say the Iowa State Fair, if he couldn't buy a second corn dog without permission, I overstepped. He probably could buy a second corn dog or pay for his date, his new baby mama, to play the basketball game where the damn ring is smaller than the ball and you can never get it in the damn hoop. He probably can pay for that. But anything major, he says, I want to do this with my billions. Oh no, he's a puppet. He doesn't own any of this horse shit. Matt, don't forget, this is supposed to be a return to basics. One more then. On childhood action vaccinations, West Virginia is a standout success. It is? It would be the first time that state was a success in anything. Well, it's a not milk endeavor. I guess it makes sense. A legal fight back. Oh no. A legal fight backed by RFK Jr. could threaten that. Is there anybody listening to me that's a spitballer first grade truther that's in this classroom that just came in from clearing fields that think RFK Jr. is really anti-action vaccination and he's looking out for you and he's pushing back on the government? Do you really is there anybody here that would be that low of a truth researcher where you think RFK's fighting for us because of come on. It needs both sides. It needs friction. That's how its energy is created. It's loosh. It needed 20% of the country not to ever see or rent the Carl Weathers action vaccination movie. It needed 20 to 25% to never do it. So there's friction. So there's fighting amongst families. Remember what happened at my, I was going to say class reunion, not class reunion, family reunion. It says, and they know about me. So in the email, many of you know this, but there's some new people here. I get 5 new people every year. Said, well, there's a few that may not be action vaccinated. This is 2022, I think, or I think so. Yeah, it was 2022, not 2021. Everybody's still basically locked down. Then it was aimed at me, of course. Some of you may not be action vaccinated, and we would request all of us righteous vaccinated people. We would request you wear masks. Oh, just us, just the freak. Look at the freak. Look at the balloon boy. Oh, Matt didn't get it. And then remember I replied back and said, I think I'll come, but I'm going to set up a chair. I'm not going to wear it, but I'll set up a chair across the street and have one of my little cousins bring sandwiches across the street. I'm not wearing it, so I'll just park my fat ass across the street. Of course, they knew I wasn't coming, and I didn't attend. Guys, this might be a little bit outside the scope of what we've been talking about in this video, but it's very important information, and I wanted you to have it. Getting a flu shot. Can I get both the flu and COVID-19 vaccine in the same visit? Yes. Oh my God. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Coast Jones, I want both. I want both. You want blueberry and collar? I want both. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Prevention? Is that a Mandela effect? They don't want to. They want you to get it. Prevention has confirmed that patients can get any of the currently authorized 19 vaccines. Hey, 19, is that where that came? At the same time as the flu shot. Give it to me in the same shoulder, man. I'm tough. Back to back. Put it in the same hole. Oh, come on, man. And they make it seem like that's a big deal. You could probably, as we've talked about recently, you could probably get 10 to 15 more at the same time in the same hole. I could tell that this part of the news headlines was simply a stalled century bleed through. You'll know what I mean in just a few minutes. You'll need a good cardigan in your closet this fall. Here's what stylists recommend adding. So people will actually go shopping for this based on seeing this news article. But if people would just realize that if grandma's still alive or just recently kaput, she has these exact sweaters in her basement. The house that you guys never went and cleared out. Look at the sweater. Now, picture your grandmother, picture your great aunt, picture many deceased, and if their house isn't yet cleared out. You know how many of those are still up in the attic? The exact same thing. Look at it. You're getting an idea, aren't you? You're going to go up in that attic for the first time. They're all in grandma's house. It's all stalled century. It all comes back again. Remember, stalled century exists because it gives you your Linus blanket and says, see, the world is what it once was. It's the beautiful place you remember as they change and destroy everything from under your feet. Let's keep going. Desk mats do more than just protect your work surface. Here are 11 to pick up now in less than 9 minutes. Desk mats. That's from 1850. Was it Dead Poet Society, right? Was it Ethan Hawke's up there with his roommate, and one of them got the damn desk set. It was all wrapped up in shrink wrap, and he launched it like an airplane off the roof. Desk sets. Okay, it's got to come into 2025 soon, right? Walkie-talkies might look fun, but they're an essential tool to have. We had these big green pieces of shit with D batteries when we were kids. That was 1974. Walkie-talkies. Oh my God! You'll see. This is the stalled century section. You'll never have to go out to get ice again with this impressive appliance. Impressive appliance? Let me get this straight. You're really smart. You're from Davenport. Ice makers have been on refrigerators since the mid-'80s, but this is a new impressive appliance. But every refrigerator has an ice line and ice maker kit since the '80s. Okay, I guess I'm missing something here. These old school alarm clocks will wake you up better than your phone. I was going to say, doesn't the phone do that? But you're going to go get an old school alarm clock. What's next? Pocket watches from the 20s? It needs to impose stalled century wherever it can. And it just blends it into the normal news so the regular dummy and your idiotic neighbor doesn't ever notice. This came in from Bill very recently. We can use it to reiterate the basics because that's the theme of this video. I guess I can close with this. Anyone else getting a creepy feeling all this tech will come with some kind of backdoor devil deal? I guess that's Alexander Graham Bell. Have you seen a picture of him before? I mean, we see Edison all the time. You turn over the nickel, and Edison's probably on there. Alexander Graham Bell, I guess that's who it has to be. March 7th, 1876. What's this? The world's first phone call. But Bill, they're not worried about this technology will come with some sort of backdoor devil deal. These people are trying to summon in the devil. They're trying to bring Moloch or Baal or whatever. I mean, all that stupid stuff we used to study when we did our first grade truth research. Who cares what their gods are? Who cares what they bow down before? When you talk about their star, Sirius, I don't know anything about it. Levette says that's their star, so I believe Levette. I don't concern myself with it. I just make fun of it. If that's their star, that's their star. If they're ruled by Jupiter, I don't know anything about it. I don't know none about it. I don't know nothing. I don't care about that stuff. But to me, the real high-level minions, Bill, they're not worried about bringing in a backdoor devil deal. They're trying to bring in the devil through the front door. is what what I think is probably happening. But let's get into that first grade horse shit about Arthur C. Is it Arthur C. Clarke that he wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey at the exact same time that Stanley Kubrick was making the movie in 1968, which was the breaking bread on the World Trade Center in 1968. No, it wasn't a book first. Man, that was a book first. No, it wasn't. The book was written at the same time. That's weird, right? At the same time. And in the book, it was Saturn. In the movie, it was Jupiter. I don't know. We'll look at that some other time. But we just in recent videos said looking at their symbolism and what it means to them is just pointless and useless. But that famous Arthur C. Clarke truth drop, when technology advances to, I don't know what it is, advances to a certain degree, there'll be no difference, no distinguishing between technology and magic. You've heard, whatever. It's, Matt, that's not even close. It's something like that. See, I think, here, we'll close with this. I think the old, whatever they call magic, is still around for these creeps. I mean, if they used the big day in September of 2001 to move reality off to the side in some sort of strange snow globe netherworld, then they have the old dark magic. I think it still exists. I think they see technology as an even greater weapon against the real spiritual being and what they call the human. Then Matt, if they move reality off to the side, that's powerful dark magic. I think they still have the powerful dark magic, the spell that puts people in the ship of fools. Doesn't work on us, but I think they think the technology is even a greater silver bullet or a greater magic. Where they really want to get the human will come from technology, not from their old knuckle bones or black magic, whatever they have access to. That's what I think Arthur C. Clarke probably meant. Yeah, I went off for a minute to make sure this really was Alexander Graham Bell. It was 1876 for the first phone call with the famous words in the first phone call, "Mr. Watson, come here." I think he said, "I want to see you." Was that it? "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you, you son of a beach." That was the part they leave out of the first phone call, Alexander Graham Bell. Why they all have the three names? F. Scott Fitzgerald, John Hinckley Jr. The junior's part of the name. The spell needs that for some reason. Lee Harvey Blank. Lee Harvey Blank. Blank in Tommy Boy Blank Hancock was one of the framers and signers of the Declaration of Independence. Herbie Hancock. And Tommy Boy later said, it's not John. Everybody knows it's Herbie Hancock. That person's probably working for us because he has two names, Herbie Hancock, John Hancock. The people with three names, you have to be careful. In fact, right now, anybody listening to me, if you actively use your middle name, you should be maybe considering dropping that because the Not Milk and its minions and its creeps love the three names. And I'm not going to give away the answer. You have to go look it up. Lee Harvey Blank. Thanks for listening.